You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information.
Join me. I could use your help.
Yes? She cannot hide from us forever. What can I do for you, friend?
It's time for us to part ways.
I'll head back home if you need me. Hello again, friend.
Who are you looking for?
A woman. A foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Why are you looking for this person?
It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. She cannot hide from us forever. Do you have news of our quarry?
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
You bring a smile to this one's
If I were
eyes
you,
and peace
I'd
to
keep
his
away
heart.
from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
The Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed.
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
If there are 500 to each marker, then maybe... this is sugar and
Let me
sands.
know if there's anything else you need.
What's on your mind?
Taraki is wondering if the Greybeards even exist. No one has ever seen them. Not even Klimek. Perhaps his packages
I
are
think you
taken
should
by the
continue with
rats.
your performances.
What's the point? I'm not very good, and it's only
Until next we meet.
every night.
I think you played beautifully. We don't get
All
many
right,
visitors
Jurgen.
through here.
I suppose
Unless
it's
they're
the
headed
least
up
I
to
can
High
do.
Hrothgar, of course.
What have you got for sale?
Take a look. If you passed... Again, stop by for a drink.
Can you believe it? Another... This has to be the worst place in Skyrim to run a mill. How am I supposed to do anything with all those bears running around?
You having a beer problem?
Are you kidding? Those damn things will drive me right out of business. Tell you what, bring me 10 of their pelts from anywhere in Skyrim. I'll gladly pay you for thinning out the herd. Now go give those stupid bears what's coming to them.
Yes?
Faster.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The map isn't safe. Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
What types of deliveries do you make to High Hrothgar?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
And in return,
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done. Be careful up there.
You keep your distance with that magic.
Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovahkiin?
I was just outside Ivarstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Who are you?
Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that, if you don't mind.
What are you doing?
Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean?
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice. Boost! Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
Who are you? What is this place?
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, on the slopes of Kinnarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves.
I want to find out what it means to be Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
You mean I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in unrelenting force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. The others will not speak. Their voices are too powerful. You learn a new word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear. Use both Fus and Ro. Together they will make the shout more powerful. Fus, Ro! Well done. Again. You learn quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori. now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind.
Wold.
You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum. Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of Wold. Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout. Master Wulfgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori. X. Wolf. Now it's your turn. And next to me, Master Bori will open the gate. Use your Whirlwind Sprint to pass through before it closes. Excellent! Your quick mastery of a new thum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself...
I don't know how I do it. It just happens.
You were given this gift by the gods for a reason. It is up to you to determine how best to use it. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ustengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Surely there's more you can tell me.
There is indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it. Do not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power. That has been the downfall of many Dragonborn before you.
What does it mean to be Dragonborn?
Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also are able to absorb the power of their slain brethren. A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve. Some believe that Dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at times of great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready.
Why are shouts in the dragon language?
Dragons have always been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort.
There are only 4 of you.
5. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him.
Tell me about the Greybeards.
We study the way of the voice, according to the teachings of our founder, Jurgen Windcaller. Very few are permitted to study with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn, it is a privilege to guide you towards mastery of your voice.
Who was Jurgen Windcaller?
He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jurgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
What is the way of the voice?
The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance.
But I don't follow your philosophy. Why help me learn the voice?
The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods. If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals.
When can I meet your leader, Partharnax?
As I said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him. Breath and focus.
rather... You're rather hard to track down. I'll give you that.
Who are you and what do you want?
I was asked to find you as soon as possible. If you ask me, this problem sounds urgent. You'd best head on over to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. Speak to Lurius Lior. He mentioned something about trouble with the dragon, and the promise of a generous reward. Sounds tempting. If I were you, I'd best not keep him waiting.
You cannot escape the truth. You cannot escape the true Dragonborn. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None will stand to oppose him.
Never should have come.
You keep your distance with that magic.
Board the vessel Northern Maiden docked at Raven Rock. Take it to Vindhelm, then begin your search. Kill the false Dragonborn known as Macros before he reaches Solstheim. Return with word of your success, and Rakes shall be most pleased.
Welcome to the Villamere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
Pardon me, my lord. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
What have you got for sale?
Let's sate that appetite, hmm?
You bring a
If you're
smile
headed
to
up to
this
the
one's
monastery,
eyes and peace
watch
to
your
his
step.
heart. You bring
It's
a
a
smile to this
long way
one's
down.
eyes and peace
If you
to his
fancy a
heart.
bit
We
of
don't get
music,
many
let me know.
visitors through here. Unless
I'd
they're
like to
headed
rent a
up
room.
Hroth. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. If you're headed up to the monastery,